Hello friends, Sadhaneya Daari YouTube channel ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. So in this channel I am going to explain about ICSE history syllabus of 2024 and 25. So I hope it will beneficial for you people. So kindly subscribe my channel and share it to your friends and get benefit from these all videos. Okay, so next topic in the Harappan civilization, urban planning. So urban planning means most commonly ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೇನೆ cities, planning about the cities and the towns. So some of the features they followed in the part of the urban planning. So what about that features we can observe that. So characteristics of the town planning or the urban planning. So first one, that city has divided into two parts. One is citadel and another one is about the lower towns. So citadel means, as I explained in previous video, that is one of the higher platform built to protect themselves from the floods, and also that citadel was used by the royal families and also for the construction of the public buildings. So next one, what about that lower town means? That lower town means it is one of the area lived by the other people, means not that royal families, some other people. Residential buildings were constructed in the part of the lower towns. So next one is about the in the part of the streets, which system, which pattern they followed, means that is grid system followed for the main streets and all. And also in the part of that houses, in the part of that streets, they followed that rounded corner. So why they follow that rounded corner means to turn that cart very easily. So another one of the thing in the part of the feature of urban planning means houses, drains of the houses. So they connected the drains for the main drainage system of the cities and the towns. So this all we are calling it as the features of urban planning or the urban planning features of Harappan civilization. So next one is about the granaries. So most commonly granaries means you people know about it. It has utilized to store grains. So one of the important thing we have to observe here, that granaries are constructed near to the river bank region. Why? Because one is to store the grains easily and another one is for the purpose of water transportation, because they traded with some other different regions and all. To have one of the easy transportation, they construct the granaries near to the river bank regions. Okay, so next one is about the trade. So trade means most commonly this is one of the exchanging of the goods with one civilization to another civilization. So that trade has divided into two parts. One is about that internal trade and another one is about the external trade. So what about that internal trade means? They traded inside of the civilization, that we called it as the internal trade. They exchange their goods with inside of the people, inside of the civilization people itself. That kind of the trade we are calling it as the internal trade. So next one is about the external trade. External trade means besides that internal trade, the Harappans also had to come a trading relationship with some other neighbor people or the neighbor civilization. For example, they traded with the Mesopotamian civilization, West Asian sites and all, and also they traded with the northern Afghanistan region and all. So this kind of the trading we are calling it as the external trade. So next one is about that weights and measures. So what about the people use that antandre? They use that number of stone weights here. How we got means that has been discovered in the different sites of the Harappan civilization. So that Harappan people use that cubical stone weights, and also what about their basic unit of measure means 16. They kept it as the basic unit of the measure. So larger weights were multiple of the 16 and also smaller ones were fractions of the 16, like that. So this is about the weights and the measures. So next one is about the transportation of the Harappan civilization. So they utilize that both kind of the transportation. One is land transportation and another one is about the water transportation. So them how we got knowledge about that, how we got information about the transportation system of that Harappan civilization means archaeologists got some of the different models. It may be the terracotta models or it may be copper or the bronze models and all. So they provided one of the evidences about the transportation system of Harappan civilization. For example, they got the model of that ship's boats and also some of the bullock cart, model of the bullock cart. So these are all providing information about the transportation system. So next one is about the art and craft work of the Harappan civilization. So most commonly we got a lot of different architecture sources in the part of the Harappan civilization. So that is representing about that people of the Harappan civilization were very rich, knowledgeable in the part of the art and craft work. So for example, which kind of the art and craft work they engaged in the time of the Harappan civilization means they practiced that boat making, seal making and making of that terracotta toys, terracotta articles and all. So and also some of the different jewelry making, for example jewelry of that silver, gold, by using that precious stones they manufacture some of the different jewels and all. And also another one of the important artwork we can observe here means that is potteries, Harappan civilization potteries. So which kind of the potteries they made on that time means that were glossy and shiny potteries. And also that potters will also found in the part of the Harappan civilization. That potteries were decorated by the geometrical designs and black and gray color potteries also has made it. So this is about that. This is showing one of the rich evidences of their artistic skill of the Harappan people. So next one is about that sculpture. So what about that sculptures or the architecture work of that craft work of the Harappan civilization people means it is showing about that artistic skill of the Harappan people. So repeated topics mentioned here. So first one is about that bearded man. That's also considering it as one of the important artwork of the civilization we discussed in previous video. And next one is about that bronze figure, dancing girl. So that is also discussed here. That's not important again. So one of the important thing in this topic we are going to discuss means that is about that bronze casting. So bronze casting means most commonly we people know about that Harappan people were well known in the artistic skills, artwork and all. They prepared that lot of different metal or bronze statues on that times. To make that statues they use that method of bronze casting. So bronze casting means nothing, that is one of the method they are going to use that of wax, means model of the wax that has coating by the clay here. So for that wax ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕ್ಲೇನ ಕೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಕೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೇ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೆಲ್ಟ್ that wax here. So in that melted place they are going to fill that molten metal. So after that it cools down, it is taking the original shape of the object. So this process they follow to make that all different statues, bronze or the metal statues. So this process we are calling it as the bronze casting anta. So next one about the dress. So what about the dressing style of that Harappan people means that men wear that dhotis and also shawl as the upper garment. So women wore that skirt and also used cloak to cover arms and the shoulders. So this is one of the dressing style or the dressing clothing style of the Harappan civilization. So next topic is about that ornaments. They prepared their own different kind of the ornaments. That ornaments were worn by both men and the women on that time. So what about that common ornaments were worn in the time of that Harappan civilization means necklace, finger rings, bangles, amulets, anklets, nose rings. So different kind of the ornaments they used, and that all made by gold, silver and by the precious stones. So next one is about that amusement, toys and the amusement. That people were played some of the different games for the purpose of amusement or the entertainment here. So they were played, they were engaged in the part of the hunting, fishing and also they were spent time with the playing of that musical instruments and all. And also they prepared that terracotta toys like toys of birds, animals, cards. So some of the different toys they has prepared. So this all has become one of the toys and the amusement activities of the Harappan people. So last topic of this lesson is decline of the civilization. This is one of the most important topic. So they has given some of the different reason. Actually there were no specific reason for the decline of the civilization. According to the historians, they has mentioned some of the reasons to the decline of the civilization. In that one of the important reason for the decline of the civilization means floods and earthquake. So this is one of the natural calamities. We are calling that floods and earthquakes are one of the natural calamities because most commonly that civilizations were developed near to the river bank region. So in rainy season and all, occurrence of the floods are one of the most common incident in the part of the civilization near to the river bank region. That's why historians has given the reason as floods and earthquakes may causes to the decline of the civilization like that. So next one is about that increased aridity. So this is also, this reason has given by the one of the historians, D.P. Agarwal. So what about his opinion regarding the decline of the civilization means sometime that rivers may drying up, and also another one of the chances means some that rivers are changing the path of flowing. So in this time that is also causing to increase the aridity level in the part of that. So ecological disturbance also may be caused by the decline of the Harappan civilization. This reason given by the D.P. Agarwal. So next one is about that deforestation. So most commonly that's one of the developed civilization that people practice by using that iron tools and iron things. They started to cutting down the trees and all. They started to clear the forest area, and they engaged in the part of that construction of the towns or the urban settlements means that may causes to the deforestation. And another one of the thing, they for the construction of the houses to manufacture the jewels and all, to manufacture some of the different art things and all and handicraft works and all, they utilize that wood. So in this time to manufacture these all things, they has cutting down the trees and all. That's why this because of these all activities of the Harappan people, it causes to the deforestation. So after some of the year, that deforestation only causes to the decline of the civilization like that. So next one is about that, next reason is about that attacks. So most commonly they face some of the different attacks from the neighbor regions and all. So that is also considering it as one of the important reason for that. So one of the developed civilization is that means so attacks from the neighbor region or the neighbor civilization, that's also one of the common thing. So that's why attacks by the enemies also causing to the important one of the most important and developed civilization called it as the Harappan civilization. So because of these all reasons, one of the rich civilization has got declined. So totally in this video we discussed about that some of the different topics, and also I completed the lesson in this video. So you watch this video, subscribe my channel, and also share this video to your friends. Okay, thank you for watching.